Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Mad as a Goat. Today I'm talking about all the stereotypes about Generation Y, and why for the most part they're completely valid. Let's just go through a couple. Okay, low attention span. That is just blatantly obvious that our generation has a problem with their attention span. The other day I was talking to someone on Facebook, and I put up a thing asking basically, do they actually like the movie Good Burger? I was a little bit in disbelief that anyone could like that. So I asked the man, do you like it? And he said yes, and we conversed a little bit. And I suggested that he watch a movie review about Good Burger. It has some good jokes and whatnot. And he replied with, it's 20 minutes long, that's too long for a movie review or something of that nature. And I realised then and there I'm dealing with someone with a very low attention span. I know that pretty much 90% of my generation won't be able to sit through a film like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest because it goes for over 2 hours. I mean, I've sat with people and tried to watch Pulp Fiction with them, but no, it just doesn't happen. They just can't be bothered paying attention to that. People like what they know. People like the internet because everything's familiar there, because it's constantly new things being generated, so you can constantly get used to a new thing. You can be there when it's created. You can be there when it dies. You're used to it. You know it from start to end, but you don't like to go to things that you're a little bit unfamiliar with. I'm one of those people. I like to watch old documentaries about, like old blues musicians, or the guy who built the first steam engine or whatever, just to understand that scene. It's something I'm unfamiliar with. I'm curious what goes on within that. I thought blues was just, like the stereotype. Old men on a porch with a slide guitar going, I ain't got nothing, and they're taking that too. That's what I thought blues was. Had a look at it, and there's a lot more going on there. There was a scene behind it. There was, an underground thing for African American people, a place for them to get together. They called it jive joints. Yeah, it was a shady place. It was dangerous. I mean, legendary Delta blues musician Robert Johnson was shot. That's how he died, I think. See, and there's mystery behind his life, and there's all these interesting things about that whole scene and things that were going on then. And punk rock, I wasn't alive in the 70s. I don't know what's going on there. I had a look what happened during that time. That's interesting. They had a whole little subculture. They made it all themselves, and it was very unique at the time. And nowadays it just gets copied. I just laugh at people copying old trends because they always seem to miss the point. They'll wear their punk outfit, but the funny thing is, punk came from DIY, make it yourself, cheap, nasty, crude, but it gets the job done, just like the music. If you listen to it, it's mostly power chords and slamming beats. It's crude, it's rude, but it's done, and it illustrates the point. Same with the culture and the clothing, but these people go out and spend $400 on a pair of punk rock style pants, totally missing the point. Oh, I'm a hippie, peace and love, where's my iPhone? Yeah, you're such a hippie that you're a slave to a corporation that you think gives a shit about you, but at the end of the day, they couldn't care less. As long as your fucking credit card's got money on it, you're cool. Jesus Christ, everyone just missing the point because they've got a low attention span. Can't be bothered to actually look at things. You'll have people come out and call themselves all sorts of things. Everyone puts a label on themselves. I don't put a label on myself. I'm me. I don't understand everything, and, I'm not perfect or anything like that. I can't be some sort of mass-produced robot like people calling themselves trendies. Other people call them trendies because it's a joke thing. You look like a dickhead. You're wearing a grandpa jumper. You seen this trend thing they do? It's like jumpers from the 40s, when people were living in the Depression and all they could afford was those jumpers. So they go out and buy it for $200 because it looks cool. It's like you're an idiot. You don't even realize, if you had a little bit of attention span and did a little bit of research about the products you were buying, you'd realize why they're shit. Why is the iPhone overpriced? Because it's just a fucking phone. Like, not even enough attention span to look at it logically. It's a phone. People go, oh, you just don't want to spend that much money on... No, I don't want to spend $1,000 for a brick I put in my pocket and look at occasionally to look at porn or fucking the time or whatever people do on those fucking things. Oh yeah, but you can play music on it. A $50 MP3 player plays music. People go, oh, but it organises this, and they don't even look at it. They're not even using enough attention span to look at it for 5 seconds and realise what it is and see it for what it is. A lot of the things on the internet, you have a lot of jokes and you think they're the greatest things since sliced bread. You think they need to be shared, they need to be liked, and they need to be talked about over and over and over and over and over again. If you look at it for 5 seconds, if you actually analyse it, you'll realise that it's at best. Your Let's Play videos, I just can't get into them because I look at it logically. It's a bunch of guys playing a game, making immature jokes, and eventually at some point they're going to mention about a glitch. Oh my god, look, he went through the whole level. Ha 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 ha. Oh look, that cow's up in the air. It's computer generated. It's a little bit of a glitch with a bunch of numbers and electronics and a circuit board. Whoop-de-fucking-do. If you use your attention span, yeah, just broaden it a little bit. Actually look at it. Look at it, analyze it, think about it for a couple of seconds, and not just with your thoughts. I don't like Lil Wayne, but before I decided to go on the internet and whinge about Lil Wayne, I saw it from both sides. Me, as the person who doesn't like Lil Wayne, and then I studied other people's comments, other people defending Lil Wayne, so I could make a proper argument, because their arguments were so poor. A great example of low attention span. They're going, his lyrics are so great, yet never quoting the lyrics, and when they do, it's a very immature or crappy lyric that even Lil Wayne himself would be like, that's not one of my good ones. You know what I'm saying? They're not even looking at things. Everyone's just so quick to make an opinion and so quick to say something without even looking at it for a couple of seconds. All the things I've complained about have some good merit. And you're probably going, you're going against everything you're saying. Think about it. Use your attention span. Think about it. All the things I complain about, there's other people who enjoy them. So it does have a little bit of positive merit. Why? Because it gives people joy. I've looked at it enough to realise that I don't like it. A lot of people agree with me. We don't like these things either. But at least there's that tiny little speckle of joy it gives someone. Even the worst things in the world, yes, killing people is wrong. Serial killers are fucked up in the head. They're horrible people. I don't like them. I hate them. Bloody pussies who can't deal with life. But at the same time, at least they were able, you know, a little bit of joy for them. It's not a positive thing. It's just looking at it. And not looking at it and just glancing over it. Whoops, that's horrible. You know, Hitler was a cunt. He killed a lot of people. No, he didn't. He was even worse than that. People don't have the attention span to even think about what he was. He was a fucking politician. A goddamn pussy in an office with a pen ordering motherfuckers around who didn't have enough brains to actually think about the goddamn situation. And then putting a bunch of smart people in fear. A lot of people who, you know, oh yeah, Auschwitz, that was hilarious. You don't even realise. You call yourself intelligent? All the intelligent people of that time were put in camps and fucking killed. All the dumbasses were led by a stupid guy with a mustache to do that. Do you think anyone in Auschwitz was intelligent? Of course they fucking were. They were the only ones who had the balls to go against what a stupid, dumb motherfucker was saying with his dodgy propaganda. People don't look at shit anymore. They just, everything's like that. Oh, look, I saw it and it's gone. Oh, look, I saw it and it's gone. Oh, that happened more than 5 years ago. I don't care. It doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Oh, only things that are relevant are good. Oh, you know, the Nokia phones, you know, 3315 isn't good anymore because the iPhone's out. It's still a fucking good phone. I mean, it functions as a phone, and better than the iPhone, might I add. A lot of people say the iPhone's the greatest thing to happen to mobile phones. No, because all it is a fragile brick. It's the best thing to happen to computers, because it made the computer smaller. Think about it for a second. It's not a phone, it's a mini computer. So it's not the best mobile phone. No one looks at anything. They just make their opinion. Phew, there's my opinion. Oh, no. I went on Wikipedia and read a few entries. I know everything on the topic now. It's not like you need to look at it from a bunch of different angles to get all the information, because let's face it, no matter what your opinion is on something, everyone has something to give to the overall content of everything. My opinions on Lil Wayne give you one side of the story. Someone who likes Lil Wayne gives you the other side of the story. You put it together and you get a full, concise, actual understanding of it. But everyone goes either one side or the other side. I'm either Liberal or I'm Labor. I'm either a Democrat or I'm the other one, a Republican. They don't look at both sides and see the good in both. I'm either this or I'm either that. I'm either black or I'm either white. I'm either yin or, it's just simple. Look at everything from every angle and then fully understand what's actually going on. That's why people are confused now. That's why people need Google Maps just across the fucking street. Because they don't look at everything. They just let it pass. That was mad as a goat.